Another three-way commander with a new commander, Ojer Axonil, Deepest Might.
Today I'm playing Rhonas the Indomitable.
And I am playing Derevi, Empyrial Tactician, who I always play.
Some God-on-God action.
Who?
Rhonas versus Ojer.
Rhonas is a god? Oh, Rhonas, yeah.
Oh. Thank you for the land. It was a land. Wow. So 1, 2. I'm dropping 3.
I'm gonna have to drop 2 at least.
I'm gonna drop 4.
Alright, I guess that's okay. Not really.
I got a 6.
I got a 12. Yeah, I got a 12.
Two.
So it's three-way, so if I go first, I get to draw it. Alright, yeah, so I'm going to choose to go first.
Because there's more than 2 upkeeps.
So I will draw, I will play an island, and then I will pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. My turn will be a forest. I will tap the forest to play Magus of the Vineyard. At the beginning of each player's pre-combat main phase, add 2 green mana to that player's mana pool.
Okay.
I'll pass.
Had what?
2 green mana. At your pre-combat main phase, you get 2 green mana for free.
From that card?
Yes.
As long as it's there? At the beginning of my upkeep?
No, during your at the beginning of your
First main
pre-combat
phase.
main phase.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have 2 green
Play a
mana
mountain.
right
During your
now.
pre-combat main
Yeah.
phase.
And my
Not
turn.
I'm trying to play cards before I attack.
Your turn.
Alright. Tap, untap, draw. My land per turn is going to be an island. Because of your thing, I get 2 mana, right?
Yeah.
My pre-combat main phase. So I'm going to use one of his green. I'm going to use one of his green and an island to play Explore.
Ooh.
I can play an additional land this turn, so I'm going to play a Plains. And now I have 1, 2, and one more of your green.
Second turn to Derevi.
Yep. And then,
You get the draw card off of that Explore.
yeah, I do. You're right. Oh my god, you're pissed. Yeah, I'm going to tap. I'm going to use your green and my white and my blue and get Derevi on the field, and then pass.
Wow. Untap, upkeep, draw. Second turn to ready. Huh? Derevi. Land per turn will be a forest. I will use the 2 floating and 1 to play Temple Bell. And I will tap the forest to play Fintorn Elves. I will then pass.
Tap up, keep draw. Play mountain. I can 2 mountains and 2 green for Ojer Axonil. Your turn.
Alright, untap. Draw. Land per turn is going to be an island. So I have 2 green, 3 islands, and a plains. I'm going to tap a white and use one of your green to play Trailisara Moondancer. 2/2. Whenever I gain life, I put a 1/1 counter on her and scry 1. So now I have 1, 2, 3, and 1 floating green. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, and use your green floating that I have to play Firemind Vessel. It enters tapped, and I tap it to add 2 mana of different colors. And then I'm going to swing at... We're all at 40, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to swing at you for 2, Sean. Commander. And probably next turn I'm swinging at you. With Derevi, he taps, untaps. Because he deals combat damage. And then I will pass.
At the beginning of your end step, before you pass your turn, I'm going to tap the Temple Bell. Each player draws a card.
Before I end my turn?
Yep.
Oh,
well, at the beginning of your end step.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, like, I'm ending my turn. Before it switches to your turn, you do that.
Upkeep, draw. Number turn's going to be enforced. 2 mana from the Magus of the Vineyard. I'm going to play Poison Dart Frog.
What is that, Infect?
It's Reach 1/1. I can tap it for 1 mana of any color, and I can tap 2 for it to gain Death Touch until end of
It's
turn.
Reach, so it... And it's Infect or no?
No.
Death touch.
Death Touch, okay.
2. For 2, I'm going to play Mire Boa. It's got Swamp Walk, and I can tap 1 forest to regenerate it.
Which means it dies. Or it can't, Swamp Walk is... If I own a swamp,
It cannot be blocked.
it cannot be blocked. But I don't own a swamp.
Correct. Nobody owns a swamp. Currently. I will move to my combat phase.
What is he, red-black, Sean?
No. Just red.
Oh, so you're screwed.
I'm going to
Oh,
swing
Mire Boa.
at you, Coop, with my Magus of the Vineyard. It's 1/1.
I'll take it.
I'll pass my turn.
Why would I blow that up? That's the thing that
Untap.
gives me 2 green mana.
Upkeep, draw.
I mean, it's okay now that I have Firemine Vessel, but
Play another
that's only
mountain.
1 green. Well, you're
Use
mono
the 2
green,
green
so
mana.
it's easier for you. I'm either getting screwed on blue or getting
And
screwed
red.
on green.
For Honden and Infinite Rage.
Uh-ohs.
Yeah, that's not good.
2 red. For Desperate Ritual. To get 3 red. To play Electrostatic Field.
Defender thing.
Defender, whenever I play an instant or sorcery, every player gets all of my opponents or to each opponent. And then extra floating 1 to deal 2 damage for a firebolt. Ripley, you're in the lead, so 2 going to 4 to you. And then everybody takes another 4 because of Electrostatic Field and Ojer Axonil.
Every opponent, not you, right?
And then he's going to move to his
Yeah.
end step, and we're going to take more damage.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was swinging at him.
Honden of Infinite Rage is upkeep.
Oh, it's starting upkeep? Okay.
Yeah, go Shintai of Infinite
Oh, so it'll
Wars
be
is
like your
upkeep.
next turn you're going to ping us for
instant,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Alright.
Go Shintai is...
Sean put a target on his
Ten
back. I think a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. Emotional damage.
Alright, so I'm gonna draw. I'm going to use 1 green from Ripley. From that thing at the beginning
Magus
of
of
the...
the Vineyard.
So I'm gonna use a green, a white, a blue, and another blue. And then I still have a green floating from
Yep.
you. I have 2 mana here and a blue. So for the 4, for the blue, or colorless blue, white, green, I'm going to play Stoic Angel. 3/4 flying vigilance. Players can't untap more than 1 creature during their untap step. And then I'm going to tap 1 blue, 1 white from this, and then I will use I'll use the other colorless, it doesn't matter, to play Geist of Saint Traft. Hexproof. Whenever Geist of Saint Traft attacks, put a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Exile that token at the end of combat. It's a 2/2. Without flying. But when he attacks, I get a 4/4 white angel with flying. And I have 1
response to you
mana.
being tapped out. Oh, you have 1 mana?
I have 1 mana, yes. I have 1 green, yeah. I have 1 green, yeah.
In response to being tapped out, I'm going to
Pretty
tap the
much.
Temple Bell Each player draws a card.
Sean, do you have any flyers over there?
Nope.
I'm gonna swing at you with Derevi again for 2. And then I'm probably just gonna pass for now. Because I don't think I can really do much right now.
Yep.
And these guys don't have haste, so it's not like I can really use them.
Upkeep. Draw. It's 4th turn. Wow. Number turn is a forest. I'm going to use the 2 from the Magus of the Vineyard and 1 to play Rhonas the Indomitable.
It's only 3?
Yeah.
Wow. For some reason I thought it was like...
Can't attack or block unless I control a creature with
5
power
or
4 or greater.
Yeah. Oh, 4. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Do you own anything that big?
Not currently. If I was smart, what I would do is pass my damn turn, but I'm not going to. Magus of the Vineyard is coming at Justin.
I'm just gonna take the 1.
I'll pass my turn.
During my upkeep, upon infinite rage, deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of shrines I control.
4.
Who's in the lead? 34.
Number of what you control?
Shrines.
What is a shrine?
That's a shrine.
That's a shrine.
Rip,
Who?
I'm in the lead, yeah.
4 to you. Because I only have 1.
But
that's
But
not,
because of
not,
Ob Nixilis, anytime you deal damage
that's
to me or
Ojer
something.
Axonil.
Ojer Axonil.
And that's
Oh yeah, I'm
non-combat
thinking
damage.
of fucking the D&D.
That's non-combat damage to an opponent.
So
that
it doesn't-
that 1 becomes 4.
Yeah, like how it works. You ping me and then it equals to his...
Power.
Yeah.
Yep. So
All right,
that's
yeah.
4 to you.
Okay.
Draw.
Well, that's not commander
I
damage.
figured that's how it worked, but I wasn't exactly sure because we only played that 1 game the other night.
Mountain. 1 for Rabbit Battery. 2 to reconfigure Rabbit Battery. Onto
1
him.
haste.
1/1 plus haste.
So everything's going to deal 5 now when it deals damage to us.
And then 1 for a Raging Goblin. Who has what for blockers?
I have a 2/1, a 1/1, a 1/1, and possibly a 5/5 Death Touch Indestructible. Possibly.
You have mana. You're open, so... You could just... If something had flash or something, you could flash it out, and then...
What do you have, Coop?
I got a 2/2/2s, a 3/4, and a 2/3. The 3/4 and the 2/3 have flying.
Rip 1/1 haste.
1/1 haste. Raging Goblin. That's a red source damage. So it's going to deal 5 damage to me when it hits me.
Unless you kill it, right?
Unless I block it.
If a red source you control would deal an amount of non-combat.
Non-combat, I'll take the 1.
Yes.
So it won't trigger.
It's only 1.
Yeah,
It's
because
only
you have to
non-
use ping shit to fucking
Yes.
get that
It's not, it
bonus.
has to be non-combat.
Yes, okay. That's
So,
what I
your
was...
turn.
Draw.
Thanks.
Remember, we can only untap 1 creature per turn.
He only has 1 untapped.
Me too.
So I have 2
Did you
green.
use your 2 green mana?
I have 2
Oh,
green
no, I
from
didn't.
Mike. So the way I'm going to play it, I'm going to tap 1 white, use your 2 green, and tap this for, we'll say... No, the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to tap 1 white, 1 blue, 2 blue, and then I'll use a green from you, and I'll tap this for a... Wait, what do I got? 1, 2, 3, green from you, and then it doesn't matter what I use. So it doesn't matter. I just tap for 1, and then I tap for a white, and then I have a green.
Oh.
Or no, I tap for a green from here, and I have your 1 floating. I still have a white, a blue, and a green. Sorry. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Airy Mystics. 3/3 flying. For a blue, a green, and 1 colorless, creatures you control gain Shroud until end of turn. They can't be the targets of spells or abilities. So I still have
1 floating there.
1
Green,
white.
floating here.
I have a white, a green, and a blue.
Yeah.
I'm going to swing at.
As you move into your combat phase, I'm going to tap the Temple Bell for each player to draw a card.
I'm going to go into combat. I'm going to swing at Sean for 5 flying. Two of it's Derevi. And then the other one's Stoic Angel. And she's 3/4 flying vigilance. And then, because I didn't land per turn, I'm going to
So
play
how much? 5?
5 total, yeah, flying. And then because I didn't land per turn, I'm going to play Azorius Chancery. It enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, return a land you control. I'm just going to return this forest, or this island, I mean. And I still have a white, a green, and a blue for mana. And I'm going to pass my turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Ooh, what do we got for artifacts and enchantments? You don't have any artifacts?
I have 1 artifact.
I have Hondon and the rabbit.
I've got a
what
Fire
else?
Mind Vessel, which taps for 2 mana.
Axonil is a legendary creature.
Alright. My land per turn is going to be a Mosswort Bridge. Enters the battlefield tapped. When it does, look at the top 4 cards of my library. I can exile 1 face down underneath it. I am going to exile this card face down underneath it. The rest get... And put the rest on the bottom of my library. Yep, that's the one. With 2. This is my first main phase.
Can I help you with something?
Yeah. I'm gonna tap a green and a colorless to destroy your shrine. I didn't know it was an enchantment.
Where you got a green and a colorless?
Return to Naturist. Return to
You got a
nature.
green and colorless.
I had 1 floating from here.
That ends at the end of your second main phase.
Your mana ends.
At
This?
the end of phases, that depletes from your mana pool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At the end of your first main phase, if you had any
You
floating
have
mana, that
one.
depletes
You have an
your
untapped
combat phase.
island.
If you have
Yeah,
any,
okay, alright.
yeah.
I didn't know
You
that.
have one untapped island.
That's why I'm being specific and saying this is still my first main pre-combat main phase. So I
Yeah.
have 2 floating right there.
Because I didn't do something where I could have had the mana from that before.
I just
turn.
didn't know it ended at the
Yeah.
end of your turn. I thought if it was floating, you still had it until
No.
your next turn.
No.
And
There are
at
some
your next
cards
turn, it
that
would reset
say-
or something.
That your mana allows you to flip between phases.
So 2 green, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to play Gladeheart Cavalry. When it enters the battlefield, I support 6. I can put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 6 creatures. I got 1, 2, 3.
What does Rhonas need? Toughness 4?
Power 4, greater
Power
4. 5, and finally 6 because it entered the battlefield. This is a 7/7. This is a 6/6. Death Touch Indestructible. This is a 3/2. This is a 2/2. This is a 2/2, and this is a 2/2. All right. Now, gonna move into combat phase. Coop, I'm swinging at you with the 2/2. My precisely my Magus of the Vineyard.
Take the 2.
I'll pass my turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Not what I wanted. Mountain. Use 2 from Magus. And tap for 1 for Commander Sphere. Oh, during my upkeep.
I was just gonna say that. He
For
pings for 5.
5. No,
5.
To
Rip,
everyone.
you're at 31.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just you?
Target creature or player.
Yeah, so it's just me.
Oh, okay. I thought it, for some reason, I thought it was both.
And he hasn't played an instant or sorcery to trigger the other guy's ability.
I have nothing to play, so your turn.
Untap. Draw. Land return is going to be an island. 1 white. 2 white.
You got 2 green floating.
1, 2. 2 green floating that I can only use on my turn.
On your first pre-combat main phase.
Okay.
Your first main phase.
Alright, so 1 white and a blue and another white, and then I'll use your 2 green, so I have 3 islands and this, which taps for 2 of different colors. So I'm tapping for 2 white and 3 colorless to play Sunscorch Regent. 4/3 flying. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a 1/1 counter on him, and you gain 1 life. So I still have 3, 4, 5. I'm going to swing at Sean for 3. I'm going to swing at Sean for 6 flying, and then I'm going to swing at you for 2/3 with Derevi.
Flying as well.
Yep, and I know you have that reach card. I don't know if he's tapped.
That's
or
at
not.
2/3.
Yeah, it's a 2/3. But your guy has Death Touch, so he'll kill Derevi no matter what, but he's going to die too.
It doesn't have Death Touch unless I pay 2 mana into it, so I'm just going to take that.
It's Commander.
How much? 2?
2, yeah. And then Sean's taking 6. He took 6.
In
yeah.
response to taking damage from you, I'm going to tap the Temple Bell. Everybody draws a card.
Thanks.
Oh, really?
I'm going to tap 2 islands to play Arcane Signet. Tap, add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. So now I have 1, 2 different colors, a 3rd color, and an island. So I have 4 mana.
Mm-hmm.
And I have colors
you
of
played
every
that
color.
stupid dragon?
Yeah, I said that, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think that is probably going to be my turn for now, but I have every color, so I can make some plays.
You end your turn?
Yeah, I believe so.
Untap. I can only untap 1 creature. Anyone else. Upkeep. I don't have any upkeep.
Oh
triggers.
shit, wait, I forgot to do something, but I can do it at an instant speed anyway, so I'm still going to do it. We're going to tap a green and a white to destroy your shrine.
Wow.
With what?
Return to nature. Destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or exile target card from graveyard.
Cool. I'm going to move to the draw step.
Huh.
My land return is a forest. I will tap 1. And tap my
So one's
Mosswood
already
Bridge.
Huh?
So
And I
one's
play
already-
the exiled card without paying its mana cost. If a creature I control, if creatures I control have power 10 or greater, that's 7, and that's 6, that's 13. So I will cast this without paying its mana cost. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger.
I know it.
When I cast it without paying its mana cost, is what it says. You may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. I didn't cast
So you
it.
just-
you didn't
Oh, you
cast
didn't cast it. Did you cast anything else, though?
No.
Okay.
It's 10/10, indestructible, and when it attacks, defending player exiles top 20 cards of their library. Right now, I'm going to tap.
What is he? He's a creature, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so I wouldn't have been able to use this on him anyways.
I'm going to tap the Temple
wait,
Bell
hold
so
on.
each player draws a
He
card.
costs 10? Okay, so I can't do that either.
Draw a card, cool.
But he doesn't have reach.
No. 1, 2,
And whenever he
3,
attacks,
4.
you exile the top 20. He doesn't have haste either, right?
No. But
So he can't be destroyed, but he could be exiled?
yeah,
Okay. So, like, it can't say destroy target creature, but it could say, like, exile
Right.
target creature or something. Not that I have that. I wish I did.
so I'm going to use 2 floating from the Magus of the Vineyard. 3, 4. To play Increasing Savagery. It's a sorcery. Put 5+1/+1 counters on target creature. If it was cast from a graveyard, put 10+1/+1 counters on that creature instead.
So that guy will not.
Ulamog will get 5+1/+1 counters.
What is that you just cast?
Increasing Savagery. It's
So
a
he gets-
sorcery.
It's a sorcery.
Correct.
I'm going to, at an instant speed, I'm going to negate that.
Wow.
So he doesn't get +5.
Card still goes to the graveyard because it's countered. It has flashback.
Negate.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that
flashback.
card.
It's a
Okay.
flashback card. I'm going to tap 2, 3, 4 to play Crown Ceratok. It's got trample and it's a 4/3. Each creature I control with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample. Coop.
Yes.
Swinging at you with a 7/7 trample and a 6/6 trample.
So what is that? 13.
7 and 6.
I will block. Just gonna put the 1/1 on him. I'm going to block with Trailisara 2/2. So I take
What are you
5.
blocking? The 6 or the...
I'm gonna block the 6 with that.
So you take 4 over the
So
top?
I take 4, and then I'm gonna block the other one with this 3/4, this 3/3. So I take 4.
4
So I
over
take
the
8
top.
total.
Yep. That's the end of my turn. Don't forget your 2 mana from Magus of the Vineyard.
Yeah. Untap. Upkeep. I don't have Honden. Draw. Wow, really? Mountain.
Oh, and I actually gained a life too because him. So I only really took 7. I forgot when I
Yeah.
add 1/1. He
It gets a life. You get
Yeah.
a life, don't you?
1, 2, 3,
and I would have been able to
4,
scry one from Trailisara, but then she would have
5.
got beefed up. She would have been a 3/3, so I would have taken 1 less.
How
but
many lands are tapped?
I wasn't thinking about
I
that.
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands tapped.
5.
Mana Geyser for 10.
Is that every turn you get 10?
No, just this turn he gets 10 red mana to his
Yeah,
mana.
and that's an instant or sorcery, so
Everybody takes 5.
everybody takes 5. So off of the 10, I will -7 to play Blitz Automaton. A 6/4 with haste.
Gross.
Well, as prototype, so I can play it for cheaper. And then I will another 1, another 2 for an Arcane Signet. And then the last one will be a Flame Jab.
That's got Storm, right?
Retrace.
I'll retrace.
1, which will be 5 to you, Ripley, and that's a sorcery, so everybody takes 5.
Oh,
I
shit,
So
it's
it'll be
power,
10
though.
to you, Rip.
Shortly.
Yeah, I know.
I took 10. You take 5.
I already took the 5. 5
you
more?
take another 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright.
And the... Who is up for blockers?
5, 4, 2, 3, 3, 4, 2, 2.
I have a 10-10, a 4-3, and a 3-2.
Yeah, I think Ripley's a bigger threat right now. I have the flying, but
I have a 10-10, a 4-3, and a 2-3,
And I have
3-2
a
for blockers.
4, 3, a 2, 3, and a 3, 4.
Going to tap sack Commander Sphere, draw a card. 6/4 Blitz Automaton to you, Rip.
What's it do if I block it?
Nothing. The red part is the prototype, where it's a 3/2 for 2 in a red.
I'll block it. It doesn't have death touch?
No, it just has haste.
I'll block it with a 10-10. Indestructible.
Your turn.
Untap, 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 untap. Draw. Land per turn is going to be a plains.
Oh, fuck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4C. Scry 4, then draw 2 cards. So scry 1, 2,
Still have 2 green mana.
3, 4. The way I'm going to do it.
Sean played like 4 spells last turn. You should have gained life and got +1/+1 counters on your dragon.
Oh, okay.
How many spells did you cast?
You played
Arcane
Commanders.
Signet.
Yeah, and Commander's Sphere too, I thought.
I cracked it. I sacrificed
Yeah.
it.
But you played it when he was out. I never got the thing for him.
I also played and attacked with Blitz Automaton. And I played Mana Geyser.
3, so
And I played the Flame Jet.
4 extra from him, right? And then I would gain life too, yeah. So 4 more life. So I'm at 15. What did I do? I tapped 1, 2, 3, 4 for 4C. I'm going to put this on top along with this. And then I'm going to draw 2. 1, 2. With Ripley's 2 green and a white. With Ripley's 2 green and a white, I'm going to play Kodama's Reach. So I'm going to search for 2 lands. One goes onto the battlefield tapped and the other goes into my hand. So I'm going to put a forest onto the battlefield tapped. Put a forest in my hand. Anyone want to cut? Alright, so I still have 1, 2, 3. I have a blue, a white, and a green from these 2, and then I have an extra blue and white. So I will do blue, white here, and white for colorless to play Daxos of Meletus. 2/2, he can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. And when he deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library. I gain life equal to it. Its cards convert at mana cost, and until end of turn, I can cast that card and play it as though. Until end of turn, you may cast the card, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. So what do I have? I have 1 of any color and a blue. I'm going to swing at Sean for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Flying.
All flying?
Yep, and 2 of its commander. And then I'm going to...
How much was it again?
14. 9, 11, 14, yeah. And then I believe I'm going to pass my turn. And because they all deal combat damage, they tap and untap. Don't think I need to do that every time, right?
Right. Untap. I can only untap one creature. I'm choosing to untap Rhonas the Indomitable. Upkeep. Draw. Oh, this needs to get untapped too. 2 from the Magus of the Vineyard. 3. 4, 5. 6, 7. I'm going to flashback, increasing savagery from the graveyard.
So you're casting it? Right?
Yep. If it was cast from a graveyard, I put 10 +1/+1 counters on that creature instead.
So what is it? It's a sorcery?
Yep.
How much does it cost?
The flashback cost is 7.
Oh, okay, yeah. Alright. So Ulamog's 2020.
Ulamog's 2020, and if I attack with him, he has trample.
Oh, and I gain a life too from him.
I'm going to tap the Temple Bell. Each player draws a card. There we go.
At an instant speed. 1 blue, 2 blue. I'm gonna boomerang Ulamog back to your hand.
Wow. Not won you the game.
I didn't know. For some reason I thought it was a counter card, but then I was reading it and it just returns target permanent to its owner's hand. Yeah.
My limit turn is going to be a forest. I'm going to tap 2 forests to play Sylvan Anthem. Each creature, green creature I control get +1/+1, and whenever a green creature enters the battlefield, I scry one. Under my control, that is. Yeah, pass. Bye-bye.
Untap. Draw.
Nope. Wow.
Mountain.
Leave it to me to build a good deck, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I got that one, but I don't think I got that one. So I take 1 more life too.
4, 5. Paying flashback on Firebolt to deal 2, now 5 damage to Yuku. That goes off of Electrostatic Field, so that's 5 to each. And then I will
Sean might win it.
pay a red and discard the Rogue's Passage to retrace Flame Jab to Flame Jab you for 5, rip.
And
that
takes
procs for 5.
Yeah.
You should have flame jabbed him for 5. Because first flame jab killed me and it would have reciprocated to me and he would have took 10, I would have took 5 and he would have been dead and I would have been dead.
What was I at? Oh, I was at 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably would have been. Sorry.
2
Pretty
for
good
Firebrand Archer, your turn.
Oof.
Untap. What does Firebrand Archer do?
Whenever he casts a non-creature spell, it deals 2 damage to each opponent, which will get ramped up to 5.
Untap, draw. Land per turn is going to be a forest. I'm just going to swing out 11, 12, 13, 16 flying.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I can swing with this 2/2, which would give me another 4/4 flying, which would be 20 flying, and then a 2/2 on the ground.